Well, I have a few journals on the desk that I want to flip through and just reminisce. This is going to be a fairly quick video. I went through some journals that I had in the house, things that I actually forgot about, even though they're not that old. I don't think this one was made too long ago. This one is a gator mouth, and I knew it was going to be that way when I made it. That was fine with me. One of the reasons I wanted it to be that was so that it could sit on a stand and be beautiful and be admired or stand up. And it's one signature with the beautiful tassel on the outside. So that was bound with this big, I remember that. So it was bound with this cluster of threads, and then I think this was tied on later. Beautiful pin on the front. This has got pieces from different people. Mary, I believe Stacy. This is a gorgeous large button on the front, and then this beautiful silky tie. So honestly, this is just a beautiful journal. It's got trim actually that Mary made and sent to me, and every page is just so Victorian and so elaborate. There's so much in here. Pieces of lace, pieces of wedding dress. Linda, it seems like you gave me some pieces of a wedding dress a while back. All these pretty trims, different kinds of bead embellishments, the beautiful gold ribbon, old pieces of old prints, old ephemera. Oh, I just love this one so much. Oh, and that's sort of a belly band, and I have this beautiful old envelope in here. Mary, I think you made those. And Mary has made me a lot of beautiful things, and she's always saying, use them, you can use them. And they're so beautiful, sometimes I don't even want to touch them. I want to just look at them. But anyway, I did include a few of those pieces in here, and just old images, parts of prints, old different types of wallpaper. These butterfly stickers are newer. Those are from the Dollar Tree. And then there's the center, and you can see the large cluster of threads and ribbons that were used to bind this one. I do see old pieces of ephemera in here, lace trim, sparkly tulle, pieces of cards, old parts of scarves and doilies and things like that. Beautiful old lace. I'm just going to keep on flipping. That's a pretty old button on that piece. Mary, you might have done that one, and possibly that. I think you did do that trim as well. That's like a I can't think today. I've already said that one time. A snippet roll is what I'm trying to say. And that's just a beautiful butterfly page with stenciling, more old images. Sometimes you just have to create your own sunshine. So beautiful. I think this is I think that's just glued shut, which is fine. And then that's some photos that I scanned and turned into a printout where you can kind of reproduce, if you want to, old CDVs. And there's my stamp on the back. Oh my goodness, I love looking through these old journals, or older. When I say old, I mean things that I've done in the past and I sort of forget about. I wonder if everybody remembers this from a fun kit. Butterflies are everything. So it is an old encyclopedia, kind of on the smallish side, and then it has two more book covers on the front, and they were put on with brads. And you can see I put a key underneath one on the back. And this is one where I tore out pages every so often in order to give this, to take the bulk way down. And then I used all sorts of pieces from the fun packs like that. You can see that's a stack of pages, and it just has this little window cut in it. And God Save the Queen from wire. I don't even know what we were talking about. Maybe that's because this is over here. Look, I don't turn easy, but I'm not afraid of Virginia Woolf. Oh, I remember this. Was that T.S. Eliot? I think we had a talk about that. This was so much fun. So there's a torn page, got a little drawing in it, and the little tag there. Oh, I just love it so much. We will flip on through. Again, we're sort of just revisiting. There's another drawing. Oh, I love this. Little drawings here, the large butterflies, another drawing. Oh, I just love this. Oh, and the pretty vellum, I do remember that. And see, that's one I just glued in between two torn pages. Oh, it is so much fun to go back and look at these. I may possibly be including some journals in my listings for inventory that's going to be released in the morning. And once again, I'm trying to get it to where all inventory goes out on Mondays. Now, this journal is a few years older. It's got all of these eclectic fun things on the outside. Looks like I made some sort of tag with that upholstery sample. And no sort of tie on this, but you could tie something around it if you wanted to. It lays pretty flat. And it was just sort of a boho inspired. You see a lot of zigzag stitching in here, and the bright pages and wallpaper. And then we had these reproduction pages from an old Sears and Roebuck catalog. The pages are vintage, but it's not as old as the originals. That's from a reproduction, probably from the 80s or something like that. And pages that I had painted on. So that's wallpaper, but then this side I had sort of done some painting on it just to give it some color. Little bird card. So we won't take all day on this. Let's just flip. Pretty little bookmark there. Just lots of pretty images. And does that come out? Or is that part of, okay, that's a shorter page. You can tell it's been a while since I've looked at these. And this is actually, it's got a grommet that's attaching this little sample to the page. So you could write underneath there, and then there's a little pocket there. Let's see, is that another, okay, just one page. There's another wallpaper page that's been painted. Oh, and look at the center. My goodness, that's so pretty. Does that have anything that pulls out? I don't think so, no. It's just bright colors. This was very inspired by different boho items. There's an old postcard. The bright colors, the different textures, textiles and fabrics. So just a lot of bright color. And it looks like I just tied ribbons through here for some of the charms. I did. You can see that. And you can do that like with the ribbon that came in the most recent fun pack. That's a lot of fun to do. And there is another card, handmade card, and stamping. Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's just, it's vintage, but just sort of a standard playing card. More bright colors. Oh, it says Bohemian. I forgot I stamped that. I love to go back and look because I get ideas again for things I had forgotten about. So you can see it's a little bit messy with that trim across there, but it was just so much zigzag stitching. This really pretty pom-pom trim. Oh, so much fun to go back and look. Now this journal I love. I put a lot of time into this one. It's been on the shelf for a while. This is several years old, and I made this when I ordered a kit from Jessica at Paper Terrace. It was the junk journal kits, and I ordered one of those, and it was so beautiful. It was just a lot of pink in that kit. So I went with sort of a Gothic inspired, and it's got the fabric pocket. Fabric on, I think she picked out the fabric, and maybe that came with the kit. And then there's sort of, I think it's velvet. It's a velvety fabric at any rate. And this satin ribbon that's fraying quite a bit. and just little charms. There's tags in the front, bits of ephemera. I do remember though that I had a vintage book at that time that had a lot of beautiful illustrations from operas and musicals, and it just seemed to tie in so nicely. These, I think, are some of the pages from Jessica, if I'm not mistaken. And like, see, you can tell that's from an opera. So I just made a large card to go in there. Looks like an old Flinch card. And so this, I love this. I did not make this artist trading card. Penny for Your Thoughts. That was made by Suzanne Melvin, Oxford Impressions, Oxford, Mississippi. I found this, I think, at the Scrap Exchange years ago with some other artist trading cards, and I bought several of those. I think somebody had probably been collecting them and maybe just donated the whole lot. So you can see, just moving on, lots of pages. This one's not a gator mouth at all, but it's full, and 3 signatures. I do believe though, the way this one is, see the space here? Well, it's pretty full, honestly, now that I say that. Anyway, it's a pretty journal. Oh no, 4 signatures, 4, 4, 4. Wow, it does have 4. So let me just flip on through and we can be looking. That last video, yes, that was one of my grandchildren running after the large bubbles in the yard. He spent the night with us last night and we had a blast. We really had a lot of fun. Oh, that's pretty. And one of the things I did was to take him shopping to get a few toys. I want him to have a sandbox here, and I haven't found a sandbox yet that I want to purchase, but I did want him to start building up some toys over here, especially for outside this time of the year. And we cooked out. So here's the 3rd signature. Oh, this beautiful pink, and there's wallpaper there. Oh, I love these tags. Look at that tall house. And then that was part of a book. I called them tags, but it was one of those books with the different outfits, and you can flip. It's in 3 parts. So you flip the different parts, the head and neck, or the torso, or the legs, and get different outfits. Love these old book pages. You know, you could do a lot of writing in this just the way it is right now. That must be, I think that, I remember that order. I need to order some more waxed linen from the place I used to get it, if they still have it. It's been a while since I ordered. I've been buying something that's waxed. What is that called? Waxed Brazilian cord. I do like this, and it's easy to get. This might have come from Walmart, actually, the beadsmith. And I've been very happy with that. And here we are, very last signature. So beautiful. Another pocket. Oh, see, there's another one of those pieces of that book. Just fun little tags, just pretty things to put in journals. And they're easy to make and so fun to use. Oh, wow. Another opera scene. Pretty. Yeah, there's a lot of work in this one. A lot of work in this one. Oh, I think that cord got all tangled up, and I just went with it anyway. I mean, it looks like it's in there good. Can you see how big that knot is? I don't remember what happened, but it brings back a vague memory just looking at it. There's There's an old postcard. You can see the little doilies. Okay, we're coming to an end here. And I just love this. Love to take it out and look at it from time to time. It's interesting how our styles change. Is that, yeah, there's a little place to tuck something. It's interesting how our taste changes and our styles as we learn and try different things. Alrighty. So that is that one. And those, so I said a couple of journals, but I ended up having 4 that I wanted to just go through and revisit and look at from start to finish, not only for inspiration, but just because, as I said, I may be listing some journals in with the inventory tomorrow. And I kind of wanted to just get these out and show these. All right, I will be back very soon. Bye for now.